everyone, Massive Dance here, and we are copying Dave. Dave put some comment in the comments about copying, but he did mention at the end of his about me maybe doing something similar. So I'm looking at my wrap up. So we're looking at Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Steam did put theirs out as well, where I only played 3 games on Steam, which is Murder of the Sonic Hedgehog, Look Up I Saw a Ceiling, and Raven Monologue. I have played other PC games which you'll be able to see from the Xbox list. So it's starting for Xbox, because the Xbox has only got the one sort of screen. Yeah, so obviously it's got my lifetime game score, my current rewards. So total hours on Xbox, 370 hours. Apparently I've played 76 games. Days I think was like 80 something, which seemed a lot, and this seems a lot to me, because if I go over to the true trophy version of, no, true achievements, I should say, version of this, I apparently played 39 games. And as you can go back from here, the game score and achievements are basically the same. I unlocked an achievement last night on Halo Wars 2, playing Craig in that, so basically the same. So a big difference in the games played on both of these, and I believe it's what like Dave was saying, and similar, like my reward points are just 40,455 this year. Like last night I even loaded up, I know it came out this year, so it would be counted in both of these, Forza Motorsport, just because it was like a 10-point reward thing, and then it unlocked my monthly reward thing on the Xbox rewards. So I think that's why they differ, because the true achievement one would be games I've unlocked an achievement for. Obviously there's some games I've played this year that I haven't unlocked achievements on that thing. When I looked myself on my Xbox profile, I think it was like 41 games I counted I played this year, so a lot different. But anyway, how I stacked up: top 15% of hours played, top 5% of game score, and top 5% of achievements unlocked. Highest game, as you've seen from the true achievement one, is Football Manager 2023, which obviously is a PC, is how I played it. So this was saying my Steam was really low, but this was high. Then we got Starfield, 45 hours, top 25%, top 30% on that, and then it's I haven't got the active player things on it, and it's Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is quite surprising, 21 hours on that, and obviously the rare thing, and that's it for the Xbox side of this sort of thing. We were talking last night, I think it was after recording the Halo Wars, which I suppose we didn't chat about it when playing Halo Wars, considering that was like an hour and a half stream. I'm like, oh, what's like next year? Like Dave's like, oh, we could go into the future of next year. What's this going to be like? You know, like with what Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation's got announced and stuff. I can kind of see this being similar. Like I haven't played that much of Football Manager 2024. But it's a game like I play in spells. Like I'll suddenly play like 2 or 3 seasons in a row. I haven't done J League save, and I really want to do that. So I can see Football Manager 2024 being top game. I can see Avowed taking this Starfield sort of place, and then I could see this being Star Wars Outlaws or something. And I could see Outlaws being a bit longer and taken. So I can see this being very similar, and I can see the amount of games being similar played on Xbox. And there is stuff like Persona 5 Tactica, which you can see scrolling. There's Persona 3 Reload. Next year there'll be loads of obviously Game Pass, indies and deals and stuff coming to EA Play and all that sort of stuff, and Ubisoft Plus. So it'll be interesting what it is. And obviously my genres: action, adventures, my husband, and sports. I'm guessing Forza might come in the sports, and obviously Football Manager, and then RPGs, shooter, and other. Other is quite high on other things. So that's Xbox. So then we get to PlayStation, where it's I played 69 games, nice, but very, again, similar. If I go over to True Trophies, it's 51, and obviously 865 trophies unlocked. My score went up 27, and I've unlocked 14 platinums. And as you can see, my most played game is Final Fantasy 16, or is it? So this is where the whole unlocking trophies and achievements comes into play. Because if we go back to this, and we go into the next one, which is my top 5. My number 1 game is actually Destiny 2, apparently I earned 3 trophies on, but isn't on this, and I played 50 hours, or in 13% of my playtime was on that. So yeah, a bit of a weird one, because if I did earn like trophies this year for that, it should be on this, I would think, and not here. And obviously, why this is high, I played Beyond Light, which was part of Plus this year, and I bought Lightfall, which I quite enjoyed. I know a lot of Destiny people weren't actually that keen on it, but it got me back into Destiny. So I can see why that is like. So yeah, it's definitely where the games differ, when you got the 69 played there and the 51 there. And again, much like Xbox, you've got the Stars program, and I've like this past week, I know I loaded up Sea of Stars, which I do want to play. It's on my backlog challenge because it was part of the Player Plus game something, and you got like 50 coins or something. So I was like, oh, load it up, and then just deleted it off my trophy thing, so it doesn't like count. So then again, a little bit different. Yeah, so number 1 is Destiny 2, then it's Final Fantasy 16, then it's Street Fighter 6, which is way higher than I thought. Then it's squeezed in Star Ocean Second Story Art, and then Spider-Man 2 there. Star Ocean only just got on this list. I can't remember what it replaced, to be honest. It could have been Forspoken or something. And move Spider-Man 2 down. A place again, going for like Xbox, like, or what can next year's be? I don't think there'd be a Destiny 2 this high, but I can see Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth like replacing 16 on here. I can see Tekken 8 maybe replacing Street Fighter 6, which is coming out quite soon. It's got story mode, it's not the arcade mode. That Star Ocean, I can see a Square Enix game like Visions of Mana taking that piece. And then Spider-Man 2, I don't know, Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. I'm going to mostly play on PlayStation. Like, it's a weird co-op game with no co-op. So it's not one like, oh, I'm going to buy on Xbox because I want to play with Dave and Craig because they prefer playing on Xbox. No, it's a single-player game where you got your pawns and stuff to help you. So it's a single-player game like that. I prefer playing on PlayStation because trophies, DualSense, and all that sort of good stuff. So we go to the next page. I'm a gunslinger. 21% of your time lining up your shots and making them count. I don't really play that many shooters, but I can see this being on here because I played Destiny 2 for 50 hours, and I played Robocop for like 12. I played Terminator Resistance recently, so I have played a few features. So if I had to pick one, I would pick RPG. It's a shame it doesn't break down in genres like the Xbox One and the Nintendo one. Next page, this is how it looks in the month. So actually, Last of Us was the game that got pushed off by Star Ocean. That was number 5. So Last of Us Part 2 Remastered could be in the top 5 next year. I'm not hugely bothered. Like, we joke about it on the podcast and stuff like that, and winding up Dave last night about Part 2 Remastered. Like, it's a brilliant game. We've done my top 100 video, that, that thing. And the roguelike mode actually looks kind of interesting. And like, I could only, it cost me a tenner to upgrade to the PS5 version. It's just like, I only played it like 3-4 years ago, and it's not like from Last of Us to Last of Us Part 1, when there is a little bit more of an upgrade, being a PS3 game to like a PS5 game. I don't think there's that much of that, so it's not one I'm rushing to play, sort of thing. So I don't know if I will play that in January, not especially with like Tekken 8 and stuff coming out. But anyway, January was Last of Us, then it was Destiny 2, then more Destiny 2, which is 40 hours of Destiny 2. Then it's God of War Ragnarok somehow. Then it was Forspoken, 21 hours. I only played 2 games that month. Final Fantasy 16, all 43 hours in that 1 month. The DLC is out, the first one. It's only a couple hours. I don't have the game now. Obviously, if you watch the podcast and that, we joke about like my net spend and stuff like that. Like, I bought Final Fantasy 16, I paid like 50 quid for it or whatever from Game Collection, played it, finished it, enjoyed my 43 hours. We find out how much I enjoyed my 43 hours soon when sold it and got like 50 quid for it. Still, because, you know, it's a 70 quid game, and, you know, I don't know why people don't shop around and just look for itself from a game collection and stuff, but they don't. And but now obviously DLC's come out, same God of War Ragnarok. I know Craig has this game, so I could borrow it off him. And there's the bigger expansion coming next year, which they said is going to be like 10 hours long and sort of thing. So maybe there's going to be like a Game of the Year edition or something come out next year, and I could pick that up and play both of the DLCs or something like that up there. Then there's Valkyrie Elysium, another Square Enix game. So is that like 3 Square Enix games in a row? Yeah, Forspoken, Final Fantasy, and Valkyrie Elysium. Then nothing. Well, I was playing Starfield then. I have no idea what I was playing in August. Then Spider-Man. 26 hours, so Robocop Rogue City. Star Ocean, another Square Enix game. 16 hours put in there. December. I obviously played some of that in November because that's 20 odd hours on that game. Really good game. I think it's especially going to be like the underrated RPG this year, especially Square put Octopath out sort of thing. Next page. What's the next page? Plus, because I'm a gunslinger, I need to try these games out. Yeah, like this is the thing. Like Rainbow Six, I think I loaded that up at one point again because it had a. Was it the League of Your Own or something PlayStation style thing? For that. And I played 378 hours. Hey, that's a lot of gaming. 95.5 or 51 games on your PS5. This PS4. See, I can't remember actually playing my PS4, so this must be PS4 games played on a PS5. If that makes sense. 9 PSVR 2 games. The PSVR 2, remember that. And then my favourite controller is my purple one. Obviously this is one I've had the most of the year, but I had picked up the Spider-Man one, which came out in September. And how I use my controllers, because the battery is not fantastic in the DualSense, so I like use my purple one, Spider-Man one's charging, purple one die, now I use the Spider-Man one. So the purple one, so I expect they got even billing now, post-September, sort of thing, but I guess going into next year, if there's going to be, let's say they both last a month, 6 months, you know, each, I guess while this has changed, if we get like a Final Fantasy edition controller or something, and then it would be like switching between the Final Fantasy one and the Spider-Man one, and then for not the purple one, and then not on here is the Portal. And it'd be interesting if the Portal comes on here next year, because PlayStation must know I own a Portal, like it knew I had a VR, because, okay, that's due to games played on VR, because, again, going back to the PlayStation Stars, there's a reward for like a Portal icon digital thing. I guess you'd only get that if you've got a Portal, I don't know, so it'd be interesting next year if the Portal shows up, and if that's my favourite controller, or just the amount of time playing on it. That's something I kind of want to know. Trophies. See, PlayStation 1 is updated, because it's got 14 platinums, 861 trophies, and there's my 27 levels, so is matching this pretty much bang on, apart from the games played and the Destiny thing. Again, that's a new game, maybe it's only showing new games, sort of thing. Yeah, but then Football Manager was on the Xbox One, so yeah, 14 platinums, quite a few this year. And the start of the year was a lot of like jump the rope and that sort of thing. But I did get obviously Last of Us at the start of the year, and then like the end of the year, I ended up I got Bluey, but I ended up Robocop, Terminator, Spider-Man. So some more proper games, as Dave would like to say, than your Bluey. But then Bluey's actually quite rare platinum trophy, I guess because it's a kids game, and most of the people playing it are kids, and they're not going to go for the platinum, so making the platinum quite rare, if that makes sense. The Friend Maker, I've apparently made 10 new friends this year. I guess that's from like Discord and stuff, and Portal chats, and even VR chats and stuff like that. and then PlayStation starred. See, I was now saying 5,000. Yeah, that must be right, because at one point it didn't. So 65 digital collectibles. I've got my Spider-Man thing, and then this is what I've got. I've not no mythic. And I guess these are in order. So heroic is the rarest, I guess. Or is it the other way around? Actually, it's going to be the other way around, isn't it? It's going that way. Because that's the full thing. So I got no mythic and I got no legendary. It'll be interesting what would be. Well, actually, I got that. Don't know why that's not counted then. Yeah, no mythic. A lot of coins. So as you can see, I've got a lot of coins, and I got a lot of Xbox rewards. Like I think it's 1,200 coins is £5 back in PlayStation Plus. So yeah, you can see why I've loaded up a lot of games and not played them, because if you're earning that's like £20, isn't it? I think in PlayStation Plus like patches. So yeah, worth it. And same on the Xbox. Like, it's how I got Alan Wake for like £30 because I was using the Xbox stuff. And then the last page is what a year, and then it's the card things, so you can download them. And so yeah, the Destiny, Gunslinger, which you can tap, like I say, because it's Robocop, trophies, friend, and stuff like that. I love that my picture on the that is Babylon's Fall. I guess because it's my first game I played in January, which is another Square Enix game. Me and Square Enix. So it's that. And then we get into Nintendo, which first game of the year, like Dave, is Mario Kart. And I played 38 games and 245 hours. This is the one that I feel this is accurate on all three, but I feel this is the only one that this is totally accurate. Sort of thing, because you don't have the weird. You do have the reward things on Nintendo, but it's normally like play Super Mario Bros. 3 on the SNES. Like the SNES version of that. Super Mario, the collection thing. You know what I mean? And it's got all those sort of rewards, or it's like play a game and upload your save to the cloud and all that sort of thing. There's not the same as the PlayStation Xbox one, where you have to like play like. Because there's no sort of like service or subscription, you don't really have that sort of thing, so I feel this is totally accurate. And my most played games are Fire Emblem Engage, Tis the Kingdom somehow, and Pikmin 4. Tis the Kingdom's weird because it's 21 hours, which is nothing to some people I know, where they've put like, I think Bala, friend of the show, I think he put like 300 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. So my 21 hours is kind of pathetic. But considering that I finished Breath of the Wild in like 24 hours or something, you can see I put in. So I'm only on like the second dungeon, if you want to call them, even want to call them dungeons on this. So I have given it more of a fair shake. And Breath of the Wild, I guess you'd go for Pikmin 19 hours seems quite a lot. Fire Emblem. Yeah, that's about right, because I've also played the main game and I played all the DLC and stuff. Really good game. You find out how good that is later this month. There's Fire Emblem, first played in January. Then, yeah, and there's a demo available. Okay, well, I've played the game. Why would I want to play the demo? I don't know. Gaming trends: action, adventure, RPG, strategy, shooting, and classic. Classic games I feel must be NSO. Because I obviously don't know what you're playing on them. Like Metroid Fusion, I played on the Game Boy Advance one, which is obviously a Metroidvania, but it doesn't know I'm playing that, or I don't know, Mario, a platformer. It's interesting if you go back to the Xbox stats, where like action adventure was high on the Xbox stats, shooting was on the Xbox stat, and obviously Gunslinger is my highest on PlayStation. But if you look at what I've played on PlayStation this year, things like Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, Star Ocean, Babylon's Fall with the picture is high on the RPGs. So even though the 3 different systems that all, I know, 300-ish hours and stuff like that, action adventure and RPG is my top genre across all these. Have a little bit of different stuff mixed in. And also most played month is April, 62 hours apparently. That's monthly played. January is obviously that. February was more of that. So how much did I play? 21 and then 39. March, I played 39 hours. Most played was Bayonetta. April was 62 hours, so I played 14 hours of Xenoblade because that's because of the expansion, which I thought was longer than that, to be honest. I played 23 days and played 12 games. Apart from Xenoblade, I have no idea what else I played that month or what even came out that month on Switch. Like, why would I be playing 62 hours of Switch? Maybe the Fire Emblem DLC was that much that month. I don't know, and that's not Zelda. Signalis games played. I played an hour that much. I think I played a little bit this month. Yeah, because I played 40 hours nearly. I played 20 hours. So I must have finished it then. Pikmin, Disney Illusion Island, great game. It's the only game I played in August. September, just a little bit of F-Zero 99. October, Suika game or Watermelon game. November, Fashion Dream, obviously got content up on the channel for this. Played 4 hours apparently, and December is not even showing on here. So PlayStation is the one that I think on the Xbox maybe a little thing that has kept up sort of thing. So I feel if I went and got another Platinum, the PlayStation 1 would be on there. And favourite game is obviously this one. Yep, nice pick. I can go to a different game, download your stats. And obviously my balance. I presume that's my current balance. And 2024, this is literally Nintendo's like 2024, where I'm excited for Princess Peach, and that is it. Yeah, so that is my year. Like I said, it's the PlayStation is weirdly the one I played the most hours on. Xbox is the one I've played the most games, and I feel the Switch, I reckon games per hour, I reckon I've put the most hours in per game than the other two systems, because I haven't got the whole just log into a game to unlock some point malarkey sort of thing. But all about similar hours. The PlayStation 1 was quite surprising because I feel like I've played like hardly any PlayStation this year until I got my Portal, where like watching a podcast or football or something and playing, Star Ocean on my Portal. Nearly all that Star Ocean time, 27 hours, whatever it was for Star Ocean, I reckon 20 hours was on the Portal. And a few other games, like I played a little bit of Bluey when I might go for the Platinum for that on the Portal. So I didn't feel I played that much PlayStation until until that came out, but obviously I was wrong. With like the 50 hours of Destiny, I guess helps. And yeah, it's interesting what's going to be next year. Like I said, Xbox I can see being FM24 about. PlayStation I can see being Rebirth and maybe Last of Us Part 2 and Visions of Mana. Nintendo, I have no idea, because the only thing I'm looking forward to is Princess Peach. That's it. Obviously we get a new system, that could all change, so it'd be interesting what the numbers are for all these systems next year. And now I have the Portal. If we get a PS5 Pro, will the PlayStation go up? Will Xbox goes up if I'm playing like 100-hour JRPG, like with Persona 3 Reload on that, and Avowed an RPG, and Hellblade, I don't know, 15-20 hours, that sort of thing. But anyway, I've been Massive Daz. I don't know if Craig will do this, he'd be the only one that hasn't out of the three of us. What has your gaming trends been this year, and what are you thinking will be your highest played games next year? Anyway, we'll see you again.